Tutankhamun. Truth through millennia. Long ago, when mighty temples rose along the Nile and the sun kissed the golden tips of the pyramids, a boy named Tutankhamun was born in Egypt. His name meant living image of Aten, the sun god who was worshipped as the only true deity at the time. He was the son of Pharaoh Akhenaten, the reformer who rejected the old gods and built a new capital, Akhetaten. We know little about his mother. Scientists believe she was the pharaoh's sister. Yes, such unions were common then to preserve divine blood in the royal line. Tutankhamun grew up in luxury, but his childhood was far from easy. He lived through a religious revolution. Temples were closed, the old gods forgotten, the people suffered, and Egypt descended into chaos. But fate had chosen him. When the boy was about 9, he became pharaoh. Imagine. One day you're learning to write and play with toys, and the next you rule a great empire. Soon he changed his name to Tutankhamun, living image of Amun, a sign that Egypt was returning to its traditional gods and beliefs. Temples were rebuilt. Priests regained power. The cult of the sun god Aten faded into history. Tutankhamun was too young to rule alone. 2 adult advisors, Ai and Horemheb, made most decisions for him. He married his half-sister Ankhesenamun, daughter of Nefertiti and Akhenaten. Although he was pharaoh, Tutankhamun was a fragile, sickly boy. Scientists who studied his mummy discovered he had scoliosis, congenital deformities of the feet, and walked with a cane. Over 130 of them were found in his tomb. He also suffered from malaria. He wasn't a mighty warrior, but a boy with a kind face. Physically vulnerable, yet surrounded by mystery and treasure. The couple had at least 2 children, but both were stillborn and buried with their father. Tutankhamun died around the age of 18 or 19 under mysterious circumstances. Theories range from head or leg injury, possibly from falling from a chariot, illness worsened by malaria, or genetic complications due to inbreeding. His tomb was prepared in a rush, possibly not even intended for him. Some items, including his iconic mask, were likely made for someone else and repurposed. Yet even in haste, the tomb was filled with astonishing treasures. Among them, a unique dagger, made not of regular iron, but from meteorite, a real metal from the stars. For the ancient Egyptians, this was a sign from the heavens, pure magic. For centuries, his name was forgotten. After his death, Tutankhamun was erased from royal records. He vanished from history for over 3,000 years, until 1922, when British archaeologist Howard Carter uncovered his tomb in the Valley of the Kings. It became the most famous archaeological discovery of the 20th century. Inside the tomb, Carter found a stone sarcophagus. Within it, 3 nested golden coffins, like an Egyptian matryoshka. Inside the final coffin, Tutankhamun's mummy rested, wrapped in decayed bandages, but wearing a magnificent golden mask. The oils used during embalming had been overheated. The boy's body was literally burned inside the coffin. The tomb itself was accidentally buried beneath debris from a nearby construction site, and that's what saved it from looters. Soon after the tomb's discovery, rumors spread of a pharaoh's curse. Several people involved died under strange circumstances. But Carter lived another 17 years. Most scientists now believe the curse was a journalist's invention. After his death, Queen Ankhesenamun even reached out to the Hittite king, Egypt's enemy, asking for a prince to marry. But the Hittite prince was killed on the way, and Ankhesenamun disappeared from history forever. Today, scientists have digitally reconstructed Tutankhamun's appearance. A fragile teenager with an elongated skull, gentle features, and slightly protruding teeth. He was no conqueror, but his image carries the mark of eternity. And now, centuries later, his golden mask remains in Egypt. It has never left the country. It is not just a symbol of a pharaoh, but a national treasure. Tutankhamun didn't build temples or win wars, but he gave the world something far greater, a doorway into the soul of ancient Egypt. His name, once forgotten, became immortal. Sometimes, to leave a mark in history, you don't need to be mighty or great. You just need to be yourself. Whether your life is short or full of struggle, it can still matter if you live with heart. Even a weak, sickly boy became the most famous of them all. That means each of us has a chance at our own small immortality.